glorious rising, rich rising, grand rising. Welcome to your SHU Kemetic Yoga Instructional Flow. My name is Ness. It's beautiful, beautiful to meet your presence. If you're joining us at the top of the day, grand rising, I hope your day is going to be one of bliss, peace, joy, amusement, and family, community. And if you're joining us at the end of your day, I hope that this day out today was blissful. I hope it was accomplishing, and I hope also it was peaceful. Today, where I'm going to guide you, family members, through a SHU Kemetic Yoga Instructional Flow. This will be our raw salutation. So this salutation will be something that we continuously revisit throughout our practices. But in this flow, this is going to just be, this emphasis is going to be simply on our raw salutation. And this sequence is beautiful to revisit, just to see where you're at in terms of your practice. This is also see where you are in terms of your synchronization and cultivation between your breath and movement. But also just to give yourself maybe a little bit of challenge, or maybe not a challenge at all. Maybe give yourself a little bit of an ease and peaceful moment. Whatever it does, whatever you decide, or when decide to revisit this flow. Thank you, and thank you for showing up today. All you'll need today, you might need a block. It's always great to have blocks handy just in case. We do need them in any particular asana. So it's always good to have a block nearby. Maybe have some blocks nearby. If you want to maybe have a rag in case you do get sweaty, that's good to have. But all you really need, family, is your mat, some space, some quietness, and we'll enter into our piece. So you can meet me at the middle of your mat. I'm just gonna face the lens, face the camera, face the long edge of the mat, just for observational purposes. And whichever cross-legged seat is comfortable for you today, I want you to enter that seat. Whatever seat is comfortable for you today, I want you to enter that seat. Gently close your eyes, flood your eyes, have them close. Feel your spine erecting and elongating from the root, from the Sakhet chakra or Spehekbara to the crown, the Ik, Spehekbara. Inhale deeply through your nose. We're going to stay here for a total of 5 breaths. Exhaling out our nose. Now you can bring your hands to your heart center, palms touching, or you can just have your index and thumb connect and your arms extending out long past your shins, or have your hands just placed gently on your lap. Inhale through your nose. Exhale. Entering this space of quietness, stillness. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Removing any spit that's generated in our mouth. Inhale through your nose. Exhale. Inhale through our nose. Exhale through our nose. Perfect. Now, our first 5 breaths, we're simply inhaling through our nose and exhaling through our nose. Now, for our next 5 breaths, what we're going to do is we're going to keep contact between the tip of our tongue and the roof of our mouth. And this contact is something that I will remind and cue you in throughout our flow, but this is something that I find that really helps with my cultivation of my breath, and with the cultivation of my breath, that also helps me with the movement and or transition and or asanas that I am holding or that we will be in. So once again, hands placed at your heart, or your index and thumb are in a mudra extended long through your forearms, or your hands are just simply placed on your lap, on your thighs. So bring the tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth, right behind your 2 front teeth. You're gonna feel like a little hill happening, or rising as your fingers into your throat. Have your tongue placed there. Gently close your lips, flutter your eyes. Lift the heart space. Keper, which is the Spakbara or chakra located at our heart space. Inhale through our nose. Exhale through our nose. Continuing the connection between our tongue and our roof of our mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Sending nourishing breath throughout our body. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. Inhale. Feel the chest expand and lift. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Super good. Great work. Now we've entered in almost a blissful state into our sequence, into our practice, and now we're going to continue this state of bliss by continuing the breath, but now adding on movements to our sequence. I want you to plant your left hand beside your left hip. I want you to plant your right hand beside your right hip. From here, I want you to also plant your feet. You can incorporate your hands here just to help with the movement to the soles of the feet to the earth. What we're going to do, I like to call these windshield wipers. So we're going to drop our right knee down to our right side, and the left knee is going to also follow. So our left knee is going to be stacked on top of our right ankle. We're going to stay here momentarily, lifting back up on our inhales, and our exhales we release back down to the ground. Just simple windshield wipers before we get into the heat sequence and the raw salutation of our day. And these little movements here with our knees cycling or windshield wiping from side to side. This is a great way to start our day, to open up our hips from sleeping, from sitting down, from resting. You can feel your ribs expand every time your knee drops. Pull back on the opposing ribs, so your right ribs when your knee drops to the left, and your left ribs when your knees drop to the right. A few more. Keep it going, good job. Now if you want to remove your hands and perhaps just windshield wipe from side to side, go right ahead. And it's important, I notice here too on my mat, that starts bunching up in the middle, which is good, because that means I'm really trying to engage through my inner thighs and draw my glutes towards each other. We'll go two more. We'll go one. Pulling our hips back into our socket, into our glutes. We'll go two. Great work. Come back to your cross-legged seat. You can go left in front, right in front. Whatever floats your boat. Keep that afloat. So from here, I'm just gonna do a little bit more opening. Inhale, swinging our arms so our biceps frame against our ears. Perfect. From here, interlace your fingers and punch your fists towards Mother New, towards the sky above us, reaching through our ribs. You want to press your glutes down to the ground, so your hands are reaching, but your glutes are going down. Exhale, bend your elbows into Ka, or 90 degrees. And exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Perfect. Let your hands rest on your thighs. Repeat the same cycle. Inhale, hands towards Mother New. Hold your inhale, interlace your hands. Exhale, let your hands rotate towards the sky, pressing your hips down. Grab yourself an inhale. Exhale, cascade your arms into 90 or Ka. Release, hands out of your heart space. Relax your hands down to the ground. From here, we'll go to some shoulder movements. So I want you to extend your right arm, But also extend your left arm side to side. And from here, just gonna go little shoulder circles, shoulder circles, going forward, opening up our chest, lifting our chest. Feel your heart expand, but feel your shoulders reaching outside of the socket and rotating. Great, maybe go a little bit bigger. Not too big, still keeping them small, still keeping them tight and leveled. Exhale, let your fingertips touch, kiss, connect with Father Gap. Inhale, raise your hands back to a T position. Just rotate in the opposite direction. Just opening up ever so slightly, taking our time to warm up, to get into the sequence. These little movements that we just took are great to start our day. So if you want to go ahead and pause the video and just repeat the movements that we just did, by all means, family, go right ahead for 3, 2, on 1, we drop the fingers. 1, great work. Maybe drop your head from side to side, taking any easy movements on this beautiful, light, flowing, grounding day. Excellent. From here, look at the top of your mat. Place your right hand, however which way you want to transition to the top of your mat. Go right ahead. Meet me on tabletop position. From here, we're going to go through a few rounds of Father Gep and Mother Nu, or other known as cat and cow pose. So from here, we're going to drop our belly to lift our chest. Our lifting of our chest is going to allow for our bum, our glutes to extend in the opposite direction. So your glutes are lifted on the back end, and through the front end, your chest is lifting through your biceps. Great. From here, exhale, round yourself into cat pose, or also known as Mother Nu. Inhale, drop your belly, lifting your chest into Father Gap. Rolling our shoulders back, lifting our chest. Exhale into Mother Nu. This is great for our lower back, our ab, which is our back bara, located in our solar plexus, lifting our chest. Exhale, energetically pulling back with our hands to round. So good, so nourishing. Inhale, we drop, we reach, we lift, and we round. So good. Do one more. We drop, we lift, pulling back on our arms, on our hands, energetic. We pull, and we round. Great work. Now, we're going through some spinal rolls or shoulder rolls, just warming up our back body from here. From here, I want you now to come to a neutral position and just lean over to your right, dropping your chest down to your armpit and your right armpit, and sliding that chest over to the left armpit. Now press through the left palm to round the shoulders, around to the right, dropping the right armpit, the right chest, sliding to the left armpit with the chest, pressing through the left palm to round, just going in this little circle that we made in this little cave with our hands, our forearms, our biceps, our shoulders, and knowing that we're safe to move in this space, spreading through our palms and our fingertips, so we're protecting our wrist. Maybe we switch the circle, dropping down to the left armpit, sliding to the right armpit, and pressing our shoulders to round, dropping, sliding over. Maybe move a little faster. Feeling the back expand, but also contract. You're doing so good. Go one more round. Maybe switch it one more time just to even it out. Great work. Keeping those toes untucked. I want you now to slide your hands towards your knees. This is just going to help us alleviate some tension on our hamstrings and, of course, the tops of our feet and or knees. Now, if you want, you could actually slide a block underneath your sitting bones here, just stacking it on the tower position and just plotting your bum onto the block. And this, family, is absolutely beautiful. This is one of my favorite postures, just to relax in and just be easy and just chill. Order a cup of tea, maybe journal, do whatever you want. But for now, let's remove that block if it's, well, keep the block if it's there. Remove that block. Just sitting on the tops of our shins, stretching our feet. From here, I really want you to lift off of those thighs so you're not collapsing all that weight into your thighs and your knees. That's where the tension gets worse. Try to lift up. Try to lift. Bring the soles of your feet energetically towards each other. Great. Exhale. Return back to your tabletops. We're going to do the same thing now, going back to that thoracic posture, but now tuck your toes, tuck all 10 toes. Maybe your big toes are touching, maybe they're kissing, almost entering like a child's pose, but we're not going to go there. Keep those toes tucked. Let's slide our hands back to where we just had them. Maybe you had them on the laps, maybe you had them on your waist, maybe you had them tented on the side to help you give you some more height. Wherever you have them, that's perfectly fine. Perfect. Let's plant our hands down, our right hand following our left. Let's return back to that tabletop position. Perfect. What we're going to do is keep our left toes tucked, but we're going to extend through our right leg. So our right leg is going to shoot back. Our toes are going to be pointing it as if we're a ballerina pointing our toes. So we're not kicking or toe punting the soccer ball right now. We're pointing our toes. Exhale, let that knee touch that right elbow. Great work. For 1, we go for 4 more. For 2, great work. 3, nice little crunches, activate through the core and let the hip flexors turn on. 4, last one. 5, hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the right knee. Perfect. Let's go right to the other side. Left leg extends into our ballerina, toes pointed. 1, 2. You can really feel the hip turn on the more you really try to point through those toes. Last one, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the left knee. Big toes to touch, knees separated as wide as the mat. Come back to your thoracic posture. Stacking yourselves on top of your shins momentarily. Here to catch our breaths. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale, return back to your table top. Neutral back, neutral spine. You can tuck the left toes once again. Extend through the right leg, touching the outside of our right elbow. For 1, for 2, 3, 4, 5, and we hold on the outside. 5, 4, hold on the outside, squeeze it into the elbow. Push the elbow back into the knee, push the knee into the elbow, and we release. Back down, turning up our hip flexors. Great, great work. Tuck the right toes, extend through the left. Outside. 1, maybe you watch the connection happen. Or maybe your eyes are closed right now. Trusting in that balance. Feeling through our body. 4, last one. 5, hold it for 5, 4, 3, hold it. 2, doing so good. 1, we drop back down. Now our toes are tucked. Let's return back to that thoracic posture. Inhale deeply. Exhale. On your next exhale, release back to your tabletop. Inhale. Exhale, tabletop. Left toes tucked. We're going to add on here, family. Extend to the right. Bring it in. For 1. For 2. For 3. Great work. 4. Great work. 5. Hold it into your chest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keeping your toes tucked, I want you to try to lift that left knee off the ground. If you can lift that left knee off the ground, slide yourself into your first pyramid pose with your right knee in towards your chest. We're going to stay here with right knee into our chest for 5, 4, get to 1, place the foot back down on the ground. 2, 1, place the right foot adjacent to the left. Great work. Lift the heels. Drop to your knees in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop. Right toes tuck. Left foot extend. We crunch. Working our abdominals. Turning up our hip flexors. You really want to spin that pinky toe so it's kicking down. So you're not opening up that hip. Close that hip. 2 more. Last one. Excellent. Tuck the right toes, lift your knee, slide, slide, slide back into your pyramid or downward facing dog with your left knee connected to your stomach. And we drop our toes. We're gonna lift our heels. Drop our knees in 5, drop our knees in 4, dropping our knees in 3, 2, 1, exhale. Great work. Big toes kissing, knees spread as wide as the mat. Let's go into our child's pose. Hands walking towards the front, hips sending back towards the soles of our feet. Two more breaths, inhale. Exhale. Feeling the body heat up, but also cool down with our exhalations. Inhale deeply. Exhale. So good. Let's walk back to our tabletop position. We're going to repeat that last sequence one more time. If your hands, your wrists are burning here, why don't you give yourself a little wrist circles. Flex them in all types of directions. Maybe turn your fingertips so now your fingers are pointing towards your knees. And as you gradually lean back, you'll feel your palms, the front of your palms. We're actually right now, they're actually the back of your palms, but the way we have the position turns to the front. So lift the part that's facing the front edge of our mat. And as it starts to lift, press them back down, but still send your body weight backwards. But press those front part of our palms down. This can be very intense, so move slowly, move peacefully, move gently, move easy. Exhale, return your hands back to center. Tuck your left toes, extend to the right leg. I'm laughing because exhale, we crunch, inhale, we extend, exhale, we crunch. Good job. Before this sequence, I was thinking of what should I make for lunch? So it's ironic that I'm saying pants right now. Let's hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tuck your left toes. Again, when we lift, we slide to our pyramid pose. This time, not crunching. We're going to extend that right leg up. I hope you don't hit this window. Extending that right leg for 3, 2, 1. And we drop our right foot back down. Super good. Lift the heels. Lift the heels. Keep your heels high. Come to the tops of your tippy toes. Bend your knees now. Start bending the knees. Start bending the knees. Don't let them drop though. Keep them hovering for 5. Keep them hovering for 4. Press to your palms. Neutral out that back. 1. Drop your knees. Good job. Let's go to the opposite side. Left foot's going to extend. Right foot's going to stay tucked. 1, 2, 3. Really work that glute. 4. And we hold. Tuck your right toes. Great. Slide to your pyramid. Slide, dropping the right heel. Extend through the left leg. Opening up that front hip flexor. Exhale, release the left foot back down. This time we're not going to drop to our knees. We're going to look forward, lift our heels. Step with the left foot, step with the right foot. Step with the left, step with the right. Take as many steps as you need to bring yourself to the tops of the mat. Now, don't bring yourself all the way directly to the top. You want to leave some space for your hands, family, okay? For both palms to sit nice and flat. Now, when you get to the tops of your mat, why don't you start to hang over your thighs, gripping the earth, gripping Father Get with all 10 toes. See if you can lift all 10 toes and place all 10 toes back down. And if this is intense for you, maybe your hammies are tight, grab some blocks, grab some books, and just stack yourselves on top of those blocks or books so it gives you a little bit more height so you can alleviate some tension in your glutes and also your hamstrings. And if this is not enough, grab your blocks, open them up even wider than how your toes are positioned, and start bending your knees. And this right here is gonna alleviate that tension that runs through our sciatic nerve on the back side, but also the tension that we tend to build up in our hamstrings from all the sitting, walking, all the activities that we do. So take your bend, take your fold, however which way is comfortable for you. You're gonna have your fingertips on the blocks or palms flat on the blocks or the earth. And just try to work on straightening those legs. Whoa. Feel your hamstrings turn on, pressing your knees back, your quads back, and then exhale, bend your knees back again. Sorry, on your inhales, bend your knees again. Let your head travel towards the earth. And then start to straighten out your legs by shifting your weight towards your toes. Feel your toes start to engage and grip the earth. Great. Bend your knees back again. Maybe when you bend your knees this time, lift all 10 toes. Place all 10 toes. As you place all 10 toes, gradually start to straighten out those legs. And lean, shift forward. This feels so nice. These little subtle movements can do so much for our energetic body, which is also the internal body. Bend your knees one more time. Let your stomach, chest make connection with your thighs perhaps, and straighten out by shifting that weight forward to your toes. Maybe see your toenails start to turn a little white because of how much you're pressing into the earth. Great work. Bend your knees again, man. Bend your knees again. Gradually wave yourself up, moving like a snake all the way up to stand. Hands are going to reach above us. On our inhale, exhale, bring your hands back into ka, 90 degrees on your elbows. Exhale, let your hands connect with your heart space. Inhale deeply. Exhale, your hands rest at your side. Great work. So we're gonna enter our raw salutations now, family. So from here, like we did earlier, we're just gonna move to the top of our mat, but not taking up the entirety of the top of the mat, just leaving a little bit of space so our hands could meet the earth comfortably. Big toes are gonna touch ever so slightly. And these movements are gonna be repeated now for a total of 5 cycles. Ideally, we would love to do these at least 7 cycles, but 5 is beautiful too. That's power refinement. If you really want to push yourself, you want to build more heat, just add on 2 more cycles. But these are going to be same asanas, same rotations of movements. This is now where we are going to hone in on the synchronization of our breath, but also our movement. So bring me back at the top of the mat. Big toes are meeting. And once again, family, blocks are absolutely not necessary. I was going to say necessary, but if you need them, include them. It's perfect. Inhale, swing your hands, your arms above your crown. We're gonna move slow through the first couple of cycles. So we just repeat and memorize the movements. Our tailbone's being pulled down, our chest cavity's being pulled up, okay? And our sternum's being lifted. But the pubic bone is also being pushed down. So our pubic bone is being pushed down, our tailbone's being pushed down, and our chest and our heart space is being lifted alongside the ribs, who are also expanding. Exhale, hands at our heart space. Inhale, swing your hands 360 above the crown. Look at the base of our hands. This time we forward fold over our thighs. Press your hamstrings back. Press your glutes back. Straighten out those legs. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step, jump, hop, walk, teleport yourselves so your feet go to the back of the mat. Now we're in our plank. We're gonna stay in our plank for 3, 2, 1. Take your push-up. Great work. Drop your elbows, drop your knees. From here, slide yourselves to a wide jet or upward facing dog, pressing to the tops of our feet. pulling our shoulders back, rolling our shoulders to the back body, and lifting through our spine. Exhale, pyramid pose. Now we're gonna hold our pyramid for 5 breaths, and if this 5 breaths is a little too much for you, family, don't worry. Drop to a child's pose, drop to your thoracic posture, and meet us back at the top of our mat. 2 more, inhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Look forward, step, hop, walk, teleport yourself to the tops of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, we forward, fold. That's round 1. Great work, family. Bend your knees here, guys, and slowly start to roll yourselves up to a standing pose. Hands rest at your side like a mountain. Inhale, we rise into a 360 with our arms above our ground, pulling our tailbone down, chest lifted up. Exhale, hands at our heart space. Inhale deeply, making sure our connection between our tongue and our roof is still maintained. Exhale. Difficult when you're talking, but when you're not. Inhale, flat back. It's much easier. Exhale, we fold. Step back with your right or left, or both. Take your push-up, drop to your knees, elbows, slide back, the slide forward into your OODJA, your serpent. Exhale, pyramid. Inhale deeply. Exhale. 4 more. Building our heat, building our foundation, building our strength. Spreading wide through our fingertips. Inhale, look, jump, or walk yourself forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Now we build up on our speed and building up more heat. Inhale, we rise to the sky above us. Mother New. Exhale, hands at our heart space. Relax your hands by your side. Round 2 done. Great work, family. Inhale, we rise and swing above our crown. Exhale, we forward fold, driving our seat and our hamstrings back. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Step or jump or hop yourselves to a plank. Push up, drop to your knee, drop your forearms, slide to a OODJA. Exhale, pyramid. When you're a down dog or your pyramid, family, what I really find that helps me and the participants or family members is that energetically you want to pull your right hand to meet your left, and your left hand energetically to meet your right foot. Okay, so this pulling sensation and pushing sensation, the push is coming from our feet, but the pulling is coming from our hands, and this right here is going to help us even out and distribute our weight when we're in a pyramid pose. Looking at our feet, our navel, or just in between, right at the front. Lift your heels, jump, step, hop, walk yourself to the top. Inhale, flat back. We fold. Then we rise to a standing posture. Hands rest by our side. Round 3 done. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, we fold. Moving a little bit more in tension. Push up, slide to your OODJA. Maintaining our connection of the microcosmic cycle that is within our eternal body by maintaining the tongue and roof of mouth connection. Doing so good, doing so strong. The hardest part's already done, and that's showing up for yourself. So congratulate yourself. Give yourself a little smile here. Whisper yourself, good job. Good job. Lift your heels, look forward, jump, hop, step, walk. Yourself to the top, inhale, flat back. Round 4, here we come. Glide yourself up to a stand. Hands swing above our crown. Hands at our heart space. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Rest our hands by our side. Inhale, we sweep. If this is going too fast for you, family, go at the speed of your light. Exhale, we fall. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Take your push up. Slide to your OODJA. And go to your pyramid pose. You're doing so good. Pressing through our palms, using the outer edges of our feet to grip the earth and to bring the energy of the soles, the inner soles of our feet together. Lift your heels, jump, step, hop, walk yourselves to the top. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Keep building that heat, fam. You're doing so good. Swing up. Exhale, hand to the heart space. Maybe you start to add, maybe start to take away some movements from this salutation to make it more suitable for you. Allow you to express yourself a bit more. Inhale, we raise above us, pulling our tailbone down, lifting our ribs and sternum. Exhale, slide forward, flat back. Fold, lift your heels, jump, step, hop, walk, teleport yourselves to the back, maneuver to OODJA or pyramid pose. OODJA, then your pyramid pose. Lift your heels, teleport to the top. Inhale, flat back. When we fold, lie yourself up to a stand. Hands will reach above us. Exhale, hands at our heart space. Continue pulling that belly in. Continue pulling that spine in. And lifting that chest up. How is that? You feeling tired? Feeling energized? I think we have one more in us. I think we do. If not, pause the video here. That's perfectly fine. Just want to make sure I'm centered. Sorry, family. So once again, at the top of our mat, let's go 2 more rounds. Inhale, raise above us. Maybe give yourself a little arch, lifting your hips up a little bit more. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, flat back. Lift your heels. Give yourself a push up. Slide to your OODJA. Pyramid pose. Big breaths here, guys. Big controlled inhales. Easy, relaxing exhales. Matching our inhales with the exhalation. Feel free to bend your knees here if you want. Lift your heels, look forward. Bring yourself to the top. Inhale, flat back. We fold. Doing so good. You got one more round. You can do it. Glide yourself to a stand. Hands up, reach above our crown. Pull your tailbone down. Belly go in towards your spine. Spine towards your belly. Exhale. Let your hands rest by your side. Last one, inhale. Hands kiss above your crown. Exhale, we forward, fold. Feel the difference how this one compared to the first one that you did. Inhale, flat back. Fold, lift your heels. Take your push up. Drop your knees, drop your elbows. Slide yourselves in between your palms. Press through the palms to lift your chest and your thighs off the ground. Exhale. Pyramid pose. This time, in your pyramid pose, really try to press your hamstrings back. Lift all 10 toes, baby.
Place all 10 toes. Lift all 10 toes. Place all 10 toes. Keep pressing those hamstrings back. Lift all 10. Place all 10. Lift all 10. Place all 10. Last one. Lift 10. Place 10. Lift heels. Jump forward. Good job. From here, I want you to wiggle your feet out as wide as your hips are. Slide your left palm directly underneath your left foot so that your toes are actually scratching the base of your wrist. Same thing with your right hand. And if this is not accessible for you, family, bend your knees so much so that it allows you to slide your hand underneath your feet. If you have your knees bent, work on straightening those knees out. Maybe feel the weight shift back in to your toes and not your heels. The front part of your foot. Stay here for a few breaths, getting some restoration here. Maybe some of you taking some minimal movements in this position here, some micro movements. That's perfect. Good job. Moving your waist from side to side, your hips from side to side. Honoring the journey. Great work. Bend your knees. Lift the toes off of your hands and remove your hands. Place your hands flat on the ground. Place your hand flat on the ground. Great work. Keep those knees bent. Keep them bent. From here, we're going to work on straightening up those legs again. Straighten out those legs. Good job. Bend those knees one more time so that your stomach and chest come into contact, and roll yourself up to a complete standing posture, squeezing your inner thighs together, squeezing your glutes, engaging through your glutes, lifting the chest, rolling your shoulders to the back body. No need to lift arms above the crown this time. Just have them by your side. Great work. Wiggle, slide your feet together so your big toes connect, big toes touch. Exhale, mountain. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Great work. From here, we're going to build on one more time and end our practice. Inhale, hands above our crown. Exhale, we forward fold. Great work. From here, step the left foot back, right foot's in between our palms. We need to drop that left knee, but keep the left toes tucked. From here, family, slide back and forth, moving that right hip in its socket, but also engaging through the left hip. Maybe walk your hand back a little bit more to give you a bit better balance, which will give you a bit more dexterity to move and maneuver in. Great work. From here, we're gonna swing our hands so our biceps frame against our ears, coming into this low lunge variation. Really want you to work on pulling that tailbone down again, family, and elongating through the front body to stretch the front part of our hip flexors, keeping your left toes tucked. Whoa, this feels great. As you keep that front body flat, slide your right glute, not your hip, but your glute towards the right heel, and pull back with that right hamstring. Lift the front body. Great job. Exhale, let your hands drop to each side. Now let your left hand touch and raise your right hand to drop over towards the left. Give yourself a nice little easy twist here. You can once again put your left hand on a block here, which would be amazing, or some books or a pillow. Exhale, let your right hand drop and cascade your left hand towards the right side. Maybe spin your pinky so it's pulling back, your left thumb is going forward. Exhale, frame your right foot with both hands. Lift the left knee off of the ground.
by straightening and driving that left heel back. Now start to straighten that right leg, coming to this triangle variation over the right foot. Exhale, bend into that right leg. Maybe walk that right leg up a little bit to give you some room. Send it back into that straightened position. You're doing amazing. Bend it back. Great work. Straighten it again. Really working this right leg and the right hamstring. Maybe feel your ankle release a little bit. Keep that left heel lifted. Pick it up. Pick it up. Good job. Drop that right side body over the right thigh a bit more if you can. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Hold it. Exhale, we bend. We're going to visit our high lunge momentarily. You can do it. Swing your hands to frame your ears. Exhale, 90 degrees or ka with our elbows, lifting our heart, pulling our elbows back. Frame your front foot. Look back at your left foot. Slide your right foot into the chest. Revisit your plank pose. Take your push up. Slide. Drop your knees, drop your elbows. OODJA. Pyramid pose. We love it. Step forward with the right foot. Extend it long behind you in your three-legged dog or pyramid pose. Step it forward. Step the left foot forward to meet the right. So good. Inhale, flat back. Exhale. Glide yourself up to a standing posture, to your mountain, hands above our crown. Exhale. Other side, last side. Inhale, swing above us. Exhale, we fold. Right leg will go back first. You gotta laugh at yourself. You have to laugh at yourself. Come a long way. Drop the right knee down, keeping the right toes tucked, family. You can rock back and forth once again. Warming up that dexterity, the space that you created, finding all the new areas that you travel to. Straightening and bending it and come to a low lunge with our hands raised above, flattening it on our front body. Lifting our chest and our ribs off. Energetically, you want to lift your ribs off of your hips. Pick your ribs up and press and extend them back. But protect yourself by flattening out the front body, which requires us to engage through the right glute. Stay for a little longer. This feels amazing. Let your hands drop to each side. Maybe go into a little bit of a half splits if you need to here. Lift the right arm up first, dropping over to the left. Maybe you spin your hand again so your left pinky's going back, your right pinky's going back, right thumb is going forward. Inhale deeply, exhale, switch sides. Pulling back on that left hamstring. Exhale, let your left hand drop. Frame the front foot. Lift the right knee off of the ground. You could rock back and forth. Take any minimal movements that you need here, family. Let's go to our high lunge in 3, 2, 1. High lunge. Pulling our right hip forward, left hip back. Using the outer edges of our left foot and the big toe mount on the right. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Drop. Frame your front foot. And visit this variation. Falling triangle. Lifting our right heel up. Walking your hands. Alignment. So good. Bend that right knee one more time. Frame the left foot. Slide back. Take your push up. Slide to your OODJA. Pyramid pose. This time we're not gonna jump through. What we're gonna do is take little walks to the middle of our mat. And from here, whichever way that you can bring yourself to a seat, honor that way and meet me in the middle of your mat in a cross-legged position. From here, elongating through the arms, extend the biceps to frame the ears, and drop over your thighs, your shins, releasing that lower back just a little bit more. This is just this position, this asana right here, it's cross-legged forward fold. It's such a perfect way to enter into our pigeon pose. We're not gonna go there today, but this is a great prep, great pose to help out with our pigeon pose. Glue your glutes to the ground, press your glutes back. Reach through your glutes back and reach through your arms. You can feel the separation of the front body and the back body. Sorry, the front body and the lower body. Exhale, slide your hands back towards your knees. Switch the twist, switch the bind. Right now my right leg's in front, before it was my left. Inhale, glide your hands above your crown. And we drop. Protect your knees by flexing and engaging your toes. Pressing your hips back. Maybe take some minimal movements, rocking side to side. Maybe this time you tent your hands. Or flatten them, whichever feels better. Maybe you notice that it takes a little bit longer for you to drop your forearms on this side compared to the other side. Which is okay, because not everything's going to be the same thing. No matter how much we do aligned and realigned and redesigned, there's always some type of maintenance that we must apply to our journey, to our being, to ourselves, to honor the path in which that we already walk. Slide yourselves up to a normal seat. Extend out your legs, coming to a staff pose. Framing our hands outside our hips. From here, I want you now to do, just scoot your bum up so you give yourself some room. Grab onto your left shoulder with your right hand, vice versa with your left hand, like a little mummy. You're just gonna slowly glide yourselves down by squeezing your inner thighs together. Don't just plop down, okay? Engagement, practice with engagement. Squeezing our legs together, kicking our toes towards Mother New, gliding our hips back, our chest back. We're gonna drop it 5, 4, use your abdominal muscles here. 3, so you can lift up a little bit higher. 2, lift up a little bit higher. 1, drop yourselves down. Great work. Bring your left knee to your chest. Give yourself a nice loving squeeze. Great work. Bind your hands behind your left hamstrings. Interlace your hands. Just work on extending that left leg. Working that left hamstring. Bend your left knee. Straighten it. Bend it. Straighten it. Extend long to the left leg. Great work. Bend the right knee into the chest. Straighten it. Bend it. Pull it into your chest. Straighten the leg. Bend the leg. Great work. Straighten the leg. Bend the leg. Keep the right knee where it's at. Bring the left knee into your chest. Give yourself such a good squeeze. Exhale. Soles touch. Knees go wide. Right hand is on the right thigh. Left hand is facing up on the left thigh. If you can Engage through your perineum right here, your pelvic floor, to really feel all the energy that you have generated through this sequence, through this practice. I want you to stay right where you are. I'm gonna face you to end the sequence and our practice. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you have time to rest in this state of peace and bliss, preferably for at least 5 minutes. Enjoy the space you created. ANKH, OODJA, SENEB. Namaste. Thank you guys.